Double
We got all sorts of fans here, huh?
D, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. My man Josh, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing this evening? My Pitts, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Is that Kevin? Josh, I can do that, man. Yeah, I can do some stickers. Bring it on. Double D, you know I don't want to face you know I don't want to face San Francisco. They've had my Rams number over the years. Andre, what's going on? But man, I'm thinking at least one upset this weekend. Yeah, at least one upset. Not sure. I'm not going to try to pick the upset, but you know I'm rooting for my Rams, hard and heavy. Andre, what's going on, buddy? What's up, Tom? How are you doing?
Tom, how you doing, buddy? That other.
Yeah, Tom always got issues with me, man. I cannot. I don't know what's up with him. Jay, what's going on, buddy? Good seeing you this evening. Jeff, what's up, Judge?
What's up,
How's
Cat?
everybody's week been going? Go ahead, Darwin.
I was saying, hey, Kent.
We'll give him another few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Another few minutes.
Hello, Alicia.
That this time of year, man, playoffs, the way things slow down, uh, lower scoring games, anything can happen. So, and we know Cowboys are over the years have become pretty notorious for their inability to go past the first round. So anything can happen. But man, can you imagine the crying of Cowboy fans if that was to happen? Oh goodness, that would be something. Yeah, that would be something. But this just might be their year for sure. Yeah, it just might be their year.
I hope not. Just because
Ah,
the comic content of all the banter, I look forward to that because I don't
oh
follow
yeah.
football,
When they lose, it is hilarious.
but I
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
all of you clowns that do watch
yeah.
football.
Yes. What's up? Oh, your daughter's game is overtime. That's awesome, man. Sleeper, yeah. New year, man. Mom and I wanted to change things up, sort of getting away from competition a little bit, so to speak. All right, folks. We've given the peanut gallery a couple of 5 minutes, man, to find their seats. Welcome back to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe. We absolutely appreciate you guys stopping in for this hour or so. I've got my main man, Darwin, co hosting. We've got a very special guest this evening, Darwin, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's been a nice week. Lauren spent yet her fourth night in 2023 in an airport, so she was a little late getting home on Monday. But we had the week
she's
off together once she got back from Colorado,
she's got
and
some
yeah,
awful luck
everything's good,
in
man.
airports, man.
Just looking forward to chatting with our special guest this week, our old
Yes,
buddy.
yes. And without further ado, folks, we've got one of the gentleman, man, that Darwin and I used to cook with way back when Lassie was a pup. This man has made some moves over the years, and we're going to hear all about that. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome Captain Joey Smith to the stage, man. Joey, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing?
Doing awesome, guys. Thanks for having me on, man. Long time no see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It has been a little bit, man, but it's
Okay.
our honor having you on here. And real quick, Joey, your first time on the stream. Introduce yourselves to the Peanut Gallery, man. We've got some awesome folks sitting in already. What's going on?
Man, not much. Sitting here getting ready to hammer some more ducks tomorrow in our adventures of down here at POC. And man, what a ride. I don't know if I would cover it, but I'm Joey Smith with Texas Chrome Barbecue and Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. The founder of starting off working with veterans and first responders with PTSD. We decided to start a foundation to work with these folks and interject them into a barbecue competition. Crazy how it started, if y'all want to hear that part of it. But so
we're gonna get to that part. Yeah, we're gonna get to that part. Joey, I started competing in 2010. When did you start competing?
Oh, geez. I think it was 04 was our number. We were actually sponsoring a team at the time. I was racing cars, and I was sponsoring Diamond G Cookers. Is how I saw the birth of a competition in my eyes, because we had them cater for us at races and stuff, and heard they had competitions, and we went to one. And boy, you talking about trouble hooks getting hit there. Kassie was kicking and screaming. I sold the race car. We built a custom pit. I got sponsors and went off running. And she went straight from working on race cars to dishwashing, and she hated it.
She wasn't born into it like all the other women.
Well, I tell you this, to me, I was a male figure of then going, the guy runs the show, everything, when it was a competition. And, when I started going further in my career of barbecue and started seeing family type deals of the, husband and wife's cooking. And Kassie started doing ancillaries and stuff, started doing well. And then we just had that battle when we first started that I wanted to run the show. And she goes, well, I want my own pit. And that's how we had Caboose Cookers. I was pulling around with a Crown Royal pit. She would pull the travel trailer. I was pulling 2 trailers, and then started whipping my ass. And I sold her pit immediately and put her back on the team. And that's where we took off from there.
And Joey, folks, Joey also has a line of barbecue products. Texas Chrome. Mama, put Texas Chrome's link in the chat. An awesome line of barbecue products. I used to use them for a number of good years in the cook-off circuit, used them in my classes, and I've still got students that are using them today. Joey, let's talk about your products for a little bit, man. I haven't been following things now for almost 2 good years, so I don't know what's out there.
Man, my stuff stayed always basic. We really, for me, growing it, my biggest part was starting the seasoning business. was to take care of the barbecue habit of us growing. Because we funded our stuff for many years. When we all started together, that was all out of our pocket. You really didn't have the sponsors and all available other seasonings. And I really birthed mine from Harley's because I ran his rubs for years until I started my own, and I kind of based off his basic procedures of that stuff. And we've kind of grown together with that. I love it. We've came out with our spicy Cajun because I'm starting to do a lot more different types of cooking down here at the coastal level. So I'm looking to broaden that out. I mean, competition now to me, selling rubs to the public and guys, my stuff is a good base layer. Everybody layers stuff. There's so many rubs now. And with us three on here, y'all know us. I mean, we can go grab anybody's rub and go compete and know how to work it, but there's just so much availability out there now. But we just work and just keep it just family cooking and doing our thing. I still got a good presence in the barbecue world of the competition, but we just really didn't focus on that until we got on the foundation. So
okay, all right. Now,
but yeah,
I know your pits has always had a military theme.
yes sir.
And the inspiration for that, the ideas behind that theme.
So back when I was starting the competition stuff, I was already working with some ranches that I volunteered to cook for because I'm a big volunteer, as y'all know. We do Meals on Wheels. We stayed with anybody that needed help. We would go help cater it. You go had Operation Barbecue Leaf. Y'all know we chased storms. We did all that. So I got into these ranches, and all of a sudden it was crazy. I got so involved with the military because my grandfather was in the military, and my dad was in the draw for that, but he was in a body cast, never could get to the military, and we went through all this through our family. And to me, I was kind of like when I was growing up at home, it was just taking care of the family. That's basically how it was. But I was always in a military presence. I grew up in VFWs, and not knowing of thinking about the military at that time, just living life as a kid, growing up, and I was in my family business, working at my grandpa's shop. I really just focused on doing what it took. I mean, I grew up in a single wide mobile home. We lived in in the living room. All the other bedrooms are empty. I grew up that way. We were pretty poor at that, so we just kind of just all stuck together. And but I was always in that military presence. And then when I got on these ranches and I started meeting these military guys, and we got to hear so many stories and the VFW stuff, my theme started coming up. I wanted to support it. So everything that I started building in the barbecue world just was off a base of someone's story, someone's military action, and it grew from there.
Well, awesome, man. I'm a service retired military, so
Yes,
anything military, anything first responder is always near and dear to my heart. And we've got several folks out here in the chat that are military and first responders. I see, so I know very well that they're going to be willing to support. So now, as we move into the foundation, what gave you the inspiration, man? What gave you the idea to create this foundation? First of all, let the folks know what is the Heroes Foundation.
So Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation is a project that works with men, women, military, first responders, dealing with PTSD, and also just struggling of wanting to be in the public presence. And what we do is interject them into a barbecue competition. If they got family, kids, we want them all there, because how I focused on this is to bring them all together to experience it. We teach them how to season, trim meat, fire management, the whole 9 yards, and then run the cook, and then work as a team with other folks that they never met. I mix and match them. And that's what I've grown, that I saw that the presence for me to make this happen how it blossomed, because I was at this volunteer ranch with disabled vets that were doing the skeet shoots, axe throwing, and stuff have you. And I was there for 3 years, and the third year is right after we were dealing with this guy made a knife out of the Twin Towers metal and brought this thing for auction. It just like I'm getting tears talking about it, because we got to hold this knife, talk to these guys, and I had Brandon and Alma Davis with me, and I said, these guys came back because they kept going, and a lot of them couldn't really interact to do the competition, but they wanted to help me cook because I did breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 days. And the third year, I had a full Ford workforce with military of all shapes, sizes, wheelchairs. They come up, I put a grill out, they worked on Weber's, and that's where it was birthed. And I sat there, I looked at Brandon and I said, Kassie and I were talking, I said, I could do this in a competition spectrum. I could bring them to go do this and enjoy the thrill of having that high that these guys got drawn to shoot a trophy buck, 200 class deer. Well, they couldn't afford to go do that again, because that's a $10,000 deer, and then they couldn't go do it, but their buddy got drawn for the next year to go do it. Well, they went and traveled with it, and I got to see them. They hung out with me and cooked so they could just hang out with their buddy. Well, to me, I said, let's open a door for the barbecue world of it, pay for their expenses, the whole 9 yards, and if it's a kid's kit, you got kids, let's put your kids in there. Let's grill some with the whole family. And that's how it was birthed.
Wow, that is awesome, Joey. That is a huge deal. Now, if there's a serviceman or woman out there or a first responder, how would they get in touch with you guys if they were interested in hanging out one weekend or 2 weekends or 3 weekends?
TexasChrome.org. Very easy. Go in, it's my barbecue site. It's had an application. Go into, you'll see where it is with the foundation. They can click on the application link, fill it out, get your information there. We'll get back with you, and then we'll schedule around your area, or if you'd like to travel, and we'll put them in the program.
That man. Now, do you accept donations?
Yes, we do.
From
And we have a donation.
Public?
Yes, sir.
And
We
would that also be at the same site, Texas Chrome?
Same site. We've got monthly donors. We've got quarterly, yearly guys. It's all set up in there, and it's we've got $5 a month. We don't care. Every dime helps. Y'all know that, and how we spend it going what we do in these competitions, because it's not cheap nowadays.
You know, I gotta say something before I forget. Not that I will forget, but you know, this is really a tremendous effort that you have, this organization. But a lot of people don't know you as personally as some of us do, and you go way personal with your giving to other people, and your time and your effort, taking people that are struggling, who are not part of this group, and you still love on them and take them fishing and you know, take good care of people in general. And yeah, it goes way beyond Texas Chrome. That is just part of your DNA, Joey, and that's to be applauded. Seriously,
I appreciate it. We actually, another reason why I was birthed, I knew I was going to come retire down here and start my outfitting business, and that was another part of it, because probably about 20% of these guys that have signed up has also had the fear of being a public eye and around big crowds. And that's when we started our grilling experience down here. They want to come fishing, we take them fishing. If they want to go out for a boat ride on an airboat, they want to go out to the beach, and we throw up Rectech or Weber and do some grilling and do that stuff right here. That's what we have birthed down here for the second stage of this going forward, because I'm not going to leave anybody out.
Yep, that's awesome.
Joe, has any of the men or women that have come through the program, have any of them gone out on their own and competed?
Yes. Well, you got two. That's Carlos Calzar that is banging it out of the park, and Josh Hill.
Yeah.
Josh Hill is one of the first ones that actually just took it by storm. And I am so proud of them. And Chris Davis, I mean, look at him. I mean, he's actually was in the birth of that stuff, and he came in to volunteer in a foundation, and he's definitely really got a control of being at peace and actually just getting it on. And he loves helping. I mean, right now he's going to be one of our big leads of working with the foundation this year, and we're so excited to have him on board.
You know, we recently saw him at Q for the Blue up there in Cibolo, 6-8 weeks ago, something like that. And that guy was involved with that cook-off with the promoters. And, man, the whole time we were visiting, he was just running and gunning, man, busy, taking care of business. Good guy, man. I've always loved that guy. Good man.
Yes, and he got the foundation's first grand champion.
Really? Wow.
Lost Lagoon, yes. Man, and they had 9 veterans they were working with that weekend, and it was crazy. It was him and Mark Lambert made it happen, and they just was a well-oiled machine, and Johnny Dunn, and
yeah.
You got to surround yourself with the circle of wagons because that's what it takes, because our goal is to get these guys a walk. You know, we're not that team that's going to be out there winning every weekend, but guess what? We're going to be knocking on the door because that's what we are about. But if we can get them on a stage for a walk, that's a win for all of us. Hey, sweetie.
What's happening, Lauren? How are you doing, lady?
Well, not in my pajamas for a change.
I hope you've showered after you've been hoboing in the airport.
I tell you, I had a lady tell me, "I think you manifested that."
Getting stuck in the airport. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, who doesn't get stuck at the airport?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well,
Man, knock on wood. Yeah. Well, Joe, we had Carlos on here a couple of 3 episodes ago, and he had mentioned that he was a part of the program, and I'd forgotten that. Otherwise, I would have sent him a little invite to join us this evening.
Yeah.
I hate that I missed that.
Well, maybe we'll do it again. But what's cool about it, so he is one of our head cooks in our spots. So as I was speaking to you earlier, Craig Sherry was gladly to work with us to be able to put veteran teams into San Antonio. So we've got Chris Davis as a head cook in a spot, and we've got Carlos a head cook in a spot, and it's going to be a good time. So Johnny's going to be working with him.
Yeah. Darwin and I might swing through one day, man. We got to try to make that happen, Darwin, San Antonio.
Yeah, maybe we'll go visit on Thursday night. We can raid Hampton's birthday party.
Shoot, yeah.
Hampton's going to be out.
Yeah.
Yep, it's every year there.
I got the invite the other day. I didn't respond yet. I wasn't sure what we were doing. I guess we're going to the barbecue.
Y'all should too, and if y'all don't mind, go ahead and print all those old recipes y'all still got. Y'all not using some more, and donate those to the foundation.
Buddy, I'll give you my whole book, bro.
Hey, I tell you what, some of our old stuff is still there. You know, all this, you know how it is. It's a full circle of everything.
A full circle, baby. They don't ever go bad, man.
No, they don't.
They don't ever go bad. You know, and that's something I've always said, man. Good food is good food is good food. Good food today is going to be good food 10 years from now. You know, you just got to make a couple of tweaks and bring it back into rotation, man. Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
You know what cracks me up is the watching the cycle of when drums come in and out of style. Apparently right now, cooking on drums is back to being a big thing. And I remember when that was a big thing, like in 2004, 2005, you know, but you had to make your own. You know, there weren't $5,000 drum smokers out there, you know.
Well, exactly. And like I said, I'm a stick burner guy, and I know y'all agree with that 100%. But when the foundation started, it's what we started on. But then it was we give away when our veterans cook in the program. We give them a free pit and 30 recipes to take home to grill with their family and everything. So that's what's cool to blossom from that. But we actually have drums in our artillery just because we can teach them to do that, and it's something manageable that they can actually afford to buy than us cooking on a $9,000 stick burner or what have you and stuff.
Yep,
So
absolutely. I think a drum is a great way to get into the game.
Yes,
no doubt about it.
Yeah, there aren't any ugly drum smokers anymore. Nobody's out there cooking. They're all fancied up, man. They're all fancied up. Not ugly
Yes.
drum. Double
Yes,
D is
we will.
asking, Joey.
Yes, we will be in Houston. We're going to be with the Texas Social Club this year.
Spot number, location.
This all happened in the last 8 days. We had the Houston Rodeo actually trying to get some spots loosened up because they want us to have the foundation trailer on presence. And as y'all know how tight it is there. And it's a big program that they have there that is set for years and waiting list. And so what's a blessing is to still be there. So yes, we'll be there still cooking under another team name, but we'll be our head own cooks and stuff. So we got some announcements of that coming up here pretty soon.
Well, awesome. Mom and I are going to be in Houston on Friday. We're spending Friday night in Houston, so we're going to be hanging out. And we're heading back on Saturday. So I will definitely try and make the rounds, man. And hopefully we run into you, Joey.
Yes, sir.
I know lots of folks here in the chat already got plans. We're hooking up. I know some of you are going to be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But yes. I will see you guys on Friday. Mom and I should be a good time. Looking forward to it. Darwin, you working?
What's the date?
Oh, man, I don't know the dates right off my head. I know we got reserved.
Is it January or February?
Mama said Friday the 23rd. February 23rd.
Oh, yeah. I'll be back at work. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's going to be a good time. We'll be hanging out with the in the Uncle Steve camp. And he's going to have a whole ton of YouTube superstars. A whole 20 of them, man. Should be fun.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
can y'all hear me?
Nah, you're back. Yeah, you're back.
Cool deal. Try to end the call, but I don't think I should touch that button.
See how it is.
Oh man, y'all know me with all this technology stuff. Hell, we're just trying to learn how to film down here. You know me, I'm way past times. I'm all old school.
Buzz says his dad was a Vietnam vet, highly decorated Silver Star recipient, and he has his dad's star and all the other credentials.
That is awesome. We have a wall of fame on the foundation trailer of coins and memorabilia that we just hang up from everybody that's donated, has been in the program, and it's a cool thing to come look at the trailer if anybody gets a chance. And I do want to thank every one of y'all for your service, everybody on this podcast, and you guys too, man. Appreciate everything you do for our country.
Man, there's some awesome men and women out there right now as we speak, making it happen, man. And America wouldn't be America without those awesome humans.
No, sir.
True enough.
Tom says, I love Joey's wins at cook-offs. He celebrates 15th place like it's a first place. That is always that always makes me smile, regardless of how shitty a day I'm having at a competition, Joey. You get a call, man, and the hat goes flying in the air. You would think you just won the lottery, and that is genuinely awesome.
You and
Clint,
both.
yeah, I was just about to say Clint is the same way.
You never know. You never know when that last walk's going to be, and we cherish them. We cherish them a lot.
yeah.
We talk about it a lot because you can know that, man, you can be on that grunt for a year knowing you can cook your best barbecue, and it just tables you lay and the public judges your stuff, and you can have that slump. So whenever you get those walks, you better take advantage of them. The way I look at it.
The only
It's the
sport where
truth,
you want
man.
to be last place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth. You never know when it's going to be your last walk, so you might as well celebrate like it is. Yeah. Darwin, you remember your last walk?
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, I used to have a website that I kept all of my results from day one,
Yeah.
the first cook-off with Craig, to my very last cook-off, which was kind of a one-off with my son a couple of years back. Hadn't cooked in 3 years, and we GC'd that. It was pretty cool.
I was actually at that
Yeah,
cook-off.
So all that information, when I pulled my website down, I put it on a thumb drive. Well, I went to print a new work schedule last week, and I took my thumb drive to Office Max to get a large format print, and I lost my thumb drive with all that information on there. I still haven't found it, with all my wins and losses and all of my old recipes. And I mean, I still have stuff in a book, but yeah, I'm really hoping I'll come across that thumb drive here pretty soon. So.
Well, I
But
used
no,
to do
I
something.
don't remember my last walk except for that one cook-off that Joey was at. Yeah.
Well, I remember mine only because it was only so recent, and it was kind of a special walk because it was a little bit of redemption over a last place fajita entry many years ago. Yeah, and so to get a walk at fajitas at Uvalde, and that is my last walk, was pretty cool, man. Yeah,
I'd love to get a
that was
bean
pretty
walk at San Antonio Rodeo because
Dude.
every time I ever entered that bean competition, I burnt my beans. Like,
Hey, I'm sure you could probably get in the bean. You could probably register for just beans, man. I
I'm
don't see
tired of
why.
wasting $50.
Well, you know the birthday boy we were just talking about, Mr. Bean King out of San Antonio. We were just talking about him. Anyway, he helped me with ribs and Ritas, and that's how I got second place beans last year. And I'm telling you what, he shared some cool insights of that stuff. And what's wild, I felt so bad because he come up and he goes, well, I guess because 2 years ago he cooks beans for ribs and Ritas every year that we volunteer to help Clint. And the first year I was all polluted, snooted, because we all drink that Friday night. We're all grilling all night, doing barbecue, getting stuff going. And I entered beans that year, and he goes, I guess you didn't listen to a darn thing I said. I said, no. We get back to ribs and Rita. I said, I showed up with a pen and paper, and I said, I'm not drinking until after all this is wrote down. So went to San Antonio, got second place beans, and I walked over. I said, happy birthday. I gave him a brand new Icy Tech 70 quart cooler in a box. I said, I appreciate the bean nuts.
Very good.
Joey, I don't know if you remember this, but I absolutely remember this. You dancing on a table at Westonwood at Turn and Burn, the final event at
that
the
was
Westonwood Series 3.
Holy cow. That was I think that was during the Cooks meeting, I think. Or something like that.
Yeah. That was a great series. That was one of my favorite things that we ever got to do, was that Western Wood series. That was such a blast. I love that.
I'm telling you, that was something that was a highlight. I mean, for all Texas cooks, I think that was. And man, we all got to do well at that cook-off, especially there. And that's one of my on my top 4 list of cook-offs that
Yeah.
we lost.
It definitely is one of my top 3 events, and it's a shame, man, that nobody had picked up that baton and tried to do something like this, because the interest that series generated, man, you think that would have went for a long time.
I would think so too, and with I think with Western Wood and the stuff, and they had going on, and they wanted a bigger appearance of where they were heading to, because I'm pretty sure they were funding that. But yeah, I miss it big time. And we tried our series out, and it worked. It was working great, and we want to appreciate everybody that was involved with that. But what we got stuck with was, way we were trying to reach out to the veterans and go into different competitions. We really kind of married ourselves to an organization, and we had to work all those events and really kind of cram our veterans into a series. And we didn't get to really work well, and we left some that we couldn't get to different cook-offs. So this year we're bailing out of the series, and we're building a new trailer. We're having 2 trailers on board, and we're going to cook all events and get to all the veterans and first responders. And it's going to be a wide open area where we can spread our wings a little bit more and take care of what we need to be taken care of. So it may come back again, but right now that wasn't it wasn't servicing the foundation the way it needed to be. But it was great while it lasted, and hopefully we'll figure out someone to come help us bring it back later down the road and get more volunteers. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is my neighbor. Dennis asked, "Do I miss competing?" No way, Jose. I do not. I don't even think about it, man. I'm at the point now. I don't even bother looking for results Saturday evening. When Mom and I were hot and heavy competing, on weekends that we weren't competing, we'd be scouring social media looking for results because we were following everybody else. We're so far past that right now. Unless I run across a post of someone's results, I don't know who's done what in the competition world. So in short, Dennis, we do not miss competing, man.
I got
Darwin,
a
you
question
okay?
for both of y'all, because it'll be for both of y'all. So if you were to compete again, what cook-off would it be?
Uvalde.
Uvalde, San Antonio.
I'm
Those are
sorry.
my
I'm
two.
I'm done with San Antonio Rodeo, and we'll have to talk about that on private because I don't want to bash them. But that cook-off got ruined, in my opinion, and I'm real sad to see that it went the way of Houston Rodeo. But
Yeah.
I was real disappointed with how that took a downturn, in my opinion. But yeah, it's Uvalde, and I don't know any of the other cook-offs anymore that are still around. I still love a 30-team cook.
Oh, me as well.
Yeah, with a bunch of good guys, just to have some fun. I love that. Or 50 teams is probably perfect.
It is, especially with the creamy rides at the top, and you really have a good basis of barbecue, because once you start getting over 50 teams, the judging starts going awry because they're just tasting too much stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I
But
totally
without
understand.
getting too political, yeah, I like Uvalde, and there's probably a couple of other ones I'd be more than happy to cook. But I got to tell you, Lauren and I were at HEB last night, and I cruised by the brisket case. Now, I haven't cooked a brisket in over a year, or any barbecue in over a year, on my backyard pit. And I saw this. I got this amazing pit. Well, I picked it up. I didn't buy it. It was an amazing grass-fed prime, beautifully marbled, for about $90. It was really a beautiful brisket, and I put it back down because I don't even want to cook anymore, let alone do a competition.
Right.
I'm so I don't know how long it's going to take for me to recuperate from competition barbecue to where I want to cook in my backyard on a regular basis, but
Right.
I just don't, man. I just don't.
Well, I am one of those. I'm at that point where I still cannot walk past the display case and not take a look. And all you comp cookers out there, I'm here to tell you, I'm going to make your life difficult because I cannot leave a rack of quality ribs in the display. I cannot leave a quality brisket in the display. I've got about 6 racks of ribs and two awesome briskets in my freezer right now. And if I was to go to HEB tomorrow and found more, I'd bring them home. I don't know. I'm going to become a hoarder of some sort. Because I'm not cooking that many briskets or ribs, but I can't pass them up, man.
You're gonna have a freezer full of freezer burned meat.
I know his address.
And
I know where
look
he
at
lives.
this.
We'll
Tom is still upset that I beat him. Yeah. So if you're out there, competition cooks, if you're out there, you come across a hard time and you need a brisket or some ribs, I'm your man. Be prepared to pay the markup. There's a service fee.
And you know they will.
Hey, yeah, I know they will. I'm serious. If you come in a hard way, hit me up. I got you covered. Tom is still upset that I beat him in fajitas. And you know, I always beat him in fajitas. He's never beaten me in fajitas.
He said,
Never.
Joey, he said he did some time in boot camp in high school. Does that count?
We can squeeze that in if you can beat Clarence and fajitas, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Josh says he spent $600 on a competition to get a 4th place call for $100, and the celebration ensues. Gotta love it. Yeah.
Oh yes,
absolutely.
Gotta love it. Uncle Steve is in the house. What's happening, Steve? We got our reservation, Steve. We're locked in for Friday. Thank you very much for the invite.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. What do you remember it cost for you to cook a competition? I know CJ and I were Canopy Cowboys. You know, we went on the low end of things. Joey, ever since I've known you, you had a trailer, so you know things are going to be a little more expensive running a trailer. But I remember I could get in and out of a weekend competition for $250.
yeah. If it wasn't for us pulling trailers and campers and stuff like that, because I think when I first started, it was a $500 bill.
Okay, yeah.
And that was meat,
I can definitely,
everything we ate for the weekend, our drinks, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
Right
And,
now, with the foundation spends right around, we're running into cook-offs now. We're spending $2,200 a cook-off. So
Yeah, yeah. I can see that.
you know, and even with the price of meats, man, you look back during our time when we could walk into just about any HEB and come out of there with an awesome prime. Whatever happened to the availability like that? Because towards the end of our competition time, man, we struggled to find quality meats. You know, and that is why I think so many people just ended up buying the high end meat, the akushis and the wagyus and everything else, because I could not find a quality brisket anywhere, man, on the cheap.
Well, I remember when I started cooking the Craig Sherry back in the day, you had to know somebody to get a prime brisket.
yes,
And it was about $7-8 a pound. You never found them at HEB or Kroger or at Albertsons or Market Basket or anything. You couldn't find it. You had to know someone who had an in. And then in our heyday, our group, right, 2010 to 2015, you know, prime briskets, they came down to like $3.35 a pound sometimes, you know. And they were available all over the place, you know. Yeah, so yeah, the whole meat, and then they went up, and what I saw yesterday, that brisket I was talking about was about $4.89 a pound at HEB, that grass-fed prime, and it was beautiful. I haven't seen a brisket like that in the store in a long time. But I will tell you, CJ,
which HEB? Which
it was,
HEB?
it was Kitty Hawk.
He's
Kitty
going to
Hawk.
send Mama right now. Head there now.
No, I'm sorry, it was 3009. It was
He's going to
3009.
send me on a wild goose chase.
Yeah, but there was only one of those, but it looked like there was a whole case section full, and there was this one brisket left in there, but maybe they got some more. I don't know. But I checked out. I went through all their ribs too, because I was kind of in the mood to do some ribs. But babysitting a brisket all day, man, I just don't feel like doing it,
Yeah. I totally understand, man. Yeah, I totally
I'm just
understand.
having a Traeger.
Trumpet is in the house. What's going on?
I loaned my Traeger to my son Andrew, and he won't give it back to me.
Hey, when you loan anything to your kids, you better write it off, because I've never got any of my stuff back either.
Yeah.
That's why we keep all the other big grills locked up in a warehouse.
Josh says they spend at least $500, $200 entry fee, $80 brisket, $20 racks of ribs, and HEB hasn't been carrying natural chickens. They've been selling Marys for $20 a piece. Even I had gotten so frustrated at one point when I couldn't find my normal weight chicken. All the chickens started taking steroids and lifting weights, and they were pushing 5.5, 6 pounds. And all these things just started really, really getting me down, man. I was becoming frustrated.
Yeah, that's when you started breaking those leg bones to get those babies in the box. I remember that.
Yes,
have
sir.
to do an autopsy and remove some bones.
Yeah. Had that leg all the way tucked in there going, man, how do you do that?
Got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
All right, let me see. I got my man Trumpet is in the house. Rick, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Bat, what's happening? Hope everybody's doing well, man. Hope everybody's doing well. So, folks, all of you in the chat who are going to be in Houston, man, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys. Mom and I are going to be there Friday only. We're heading back on Saturday, but it's going to be an absolute great time. If you're going to be in San Antonio, Mom and I are also planning to come hang out in San Antonio. Not sure what day yet. Maybe it'll be Thursday. I think Thursday is before everybody starts cooking. Might be a little bit more hanging out Thursday as opposed to Friday. So should be some fun. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of parties.
Let me make sure I've got everything.
Right. We should be able to get into anywhere we want to go on Thursday night, CJ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, that is the ticket. Yeah, that is the ticket, man. Well, folks, we're going to call this one a night, man. We appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. Joey, thank you very much, man, for the sit down. We appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you either San Antonio or Houston or both. Darwin, thank you again, man.
Great to see you, Joey. It's been a long time, and we hope to see you sometime soon, brother.
Yeah, try to make San Antonio. I know you ain't going to make the Houston run with them, but shoot y'all. Y'all keep me in the loop, and shoot, come on up, man. Let's chat and hang out by the fire. Pretty sure we'll have some cold weather by then, probably.
That sounds good to me.
You know it's going to be cold. Yeah, you know it's going to be
cold.
Yes. Well, all right. Thank you very much, Dennis. All right, folks. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll be on the lookout for a video coming on Tuesday.
Cheers.
One love.
Good night, guys.
Good night.